Um, I'm going to start us off with a little inspiration today. And this quote, I've been using this book now for a couple of weeks and I just love it, love it, love it. And if you're any of you familiar with Marianne Williamson, maybe a little thumbs up. Anybody know Marianne Williamson? Yeah. So she, she's an author, spiritual leader, and she's actually also a political figure.
She ran for president.
Yeah, she did. She gave it a whirl, but I happen to think that her words are pretty magical. And I went to see her in person a few years back. She had attended a Yoga Journal conference down in Miami. I'm going to guess it was about 5 years ago. And I listened to her speak, and she's pretty amazing. So here's a quote from Marianne Williamson. She says, "The purpose of our lives is to give birth to the best which is within us." The purpose of our lives is to give birth to the best which is within us. And I love that because I know that many of us struggle with this idea of what is our purpose? Like, why are we here? What are we doing? What is this life all about? And if we simply understand it to be that it is the best of what is within us, right? And it doesn't mean we have to be running for president and changing the world so drastically. We can do what is best within us. And so I'm going to work on some flowing action today. So I'm going to come back into my chair, and my purpose today is to focus on acknowledging the fact that we are fluid beings. We are fluid beings. So our bodies, I need one more little angle adjustment here. Our bodies are made up of 60%, they say, or perhaps more, 60% fluid, water. And so I'm going to ask you to find your tall spine, find your way forward on your chair, set your alignment. So I like to always use this term, form before fluidity, right? So we are fluid beings. We are going to flow a little bit today, right? Moving like water. And when water flows, if you think about it, even if it flows pretty like vigorously down, say you've watched a river flow, even if that water comes across a rock or a twig or branches, right? It doesn't just stop. It kind of goes around it, right? It goes over it, or it makes its way around. So I want you to think about that smoothness of the movement of water. It's not rigid, right? Even if somebody builds a dam, right? Like a beaver builds a dam, it still tries to trickle its way around as smoothly as possible, okay? So bring your hands to your collarbone, your fingertips to your collarbone, okay? And with the very most delicate touch of the fingertips, I want you to think about the weight of a dime, right? A dime is this very teeny tiny light object. And I want you to start making some little circles around the collarbone, okay? So we have a system in our body, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, called the lymphatic system. And we have lymph nodes in many areas of the body, and this is one of them. And so the job of the lymphatic system is to keep the fluids moving, right, balanced throughout the body so that we don't pool up too much fluid in any one area, right, or too little in another area. And the other really big important job, switch the directions of those circles. The other big important job of the lymphatic system is actually to fight off infection, right? And so when I thought about that, it's like, well, we need that more than ever during this time, right? So I don't know if you heard the news this morning, but even our president has caught the coronavirus, has caught COVID. So President Trump, I'm not going to get political on you, I promise, but I just want to say that that's what I woke up to this morning. The president has coronavirus. Oh boy. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. And so we are going to move the lymph in our bodies because we are fluid beings. So say it silently in your mind, I am a fluid being. Good. And then pause for a moment, lift that right arm up. Good, we're gonna take the left hand and bring it around to the outside of the armpit, maybe even like where the tricep is. So anywhere in this region, and you're gonna start drawing this little gentle dime weight trace that we're doing across the body. So it's coming from the outside. This is a big area of lymph where lymphatic tissue is, the lymph nodes they are called, right? And we're bringing it from the outside to the inside. So the goal would be, you could even go a little higher, like toward the elbow crease, and you can go underneath the breast tissue toward the sternum. You can go across the breast tissue. You can go above the breast tissue. But make sure that it's really delicate. So it's not like a deep massage. If anyone's ever had a lymphatic drainage massage, it's like this. It's really almost tickly the whole time. Good. All right, maybe a few more strokes. Good. And then just lower both arms down and just see if you can let the palms turn upward and see if you feel anything a little bit different on the right versus the left. So subtle. Take a nice breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it out. So I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. Lift the left arm up. And then we're going to take the same action there. So we're just really kind of caressing ourselves, right? But in this caressing movement, we are doing the body good. So it is said that it is healthy for the body to move the fluids from the extremity to the center, to the midline of the body, toward the heart, right? So our amazing bodies, we are fluid beings. And so energetically, what does that make me think of? It makes me think about going with the flow, right? You may hear that term, go with the flow, right? Sometimes I feel like, kicking and screaming. Here's my opinion. Here's what I think. Here's the way I want it to be. And sometimes I just have to let it go and go with the flow, right? So those things that we cannot control, but we know we can control our attitude. We can choose how we address things. We can choose the words that come out of our mouth. One more breath here. And then slowly lower the arms down again. Palms face upward. And just see if you can feel like a sense of lightness under the armpits. Like they have hollowed out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Good. So form before fluidity, look down at your feet. I'm going to adjust mine so that my heels are right underneath my knees. Toes are pointing forward. I'm going to sit up tall. And then with an in-breath, sweep those arms out and up. And as you exhale, let the right hand go down and lean to the right. Good. All right, we're going to flow back and forth. Inhale, center, right arm up. Exhale, lean to the left, maybe holding onto the leg of the chair or the seat of the chair. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. And exhale, side. So go back and forth. Don't feel like you need to be in sync with me. And I say this like over and over again, that being in sync with your breath should be your goal here. Right, so the inhale brings you upright and the exhale brings you back down. So maybe you're moving slower or faster than anybody else, and either one is fine. Good. Going with the flow, the rhythm, right? There's so many flowing things that we can connect to on Earth, right? Water, how about just simply the movement, the circulation of the planet? All right, the next time you come back up to center, bring the hands to the heart. Good, big breath in, open mouth, nice. Arms out like wings, we're gonna flow. Again, this time instead of a lateral bend, we're gonna do a rotation of the spine. Inhale here, exhale, twist to the left. Good, so maybe that first twist, you kind of get stable, find the form, and then inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, twist to the right. Good, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, twist left, right? So same thing here, we're just moving and breathing. Finding that sense of unity. Right, so it is the 2nd of October. Holy moly, right? How did that happen? It's October. So for the month of October, I'm going to be focusing on unity because I do truly believe that there is power and strength in numbers. And so when we come to practice together, and we breathe and move together, even though this is a virtual togetherness, we are still uniting. So uniting breath and movement, maybe 2 or 3 more times. You might already start feeling some heat and warmth coming in the body. Good, last round. Good. Beautiful. And when you come forward and up, pause here, exhale. Hands to the heart. Good. Turn the palms down on that chest. Just see if you can feel the beat of your heart. Feel the flow within you. I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. All right, so we've got one more direction of the spine to access, and that is flexion and extension. So on an inhale, reach those arms up. On an exhale, hands to the knees and rock the middle back backwards. So take this moment here to check your form, right? Do you have enough space behind your body, behind your back, so that when you round your spine as this kitty cat shape, you're not touching the back of the chair. You might need to scooch the tush forward a little bit. And then with an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Look up, a little seated back bend. Exhale, arms sweep out like wings and they round forward, holding onto the knees, chin to chest, middle back backwards. Oh, so good. So we're gonna flow back and forth here now, inhaling in the upward direction, exhaling in the downward direction. Keep moving and breathing. Pace or speed is totally up to you. It might feel really good for you to speed it up a little and breathe a little deeper. Or it might feel good for you to slow it down and lengthen the breath more. I love how you're all moving in your own way, in your own time. So good. Nice. And then next round, after you come up, we'll draw the hands to the heart again. Let the arms come down to the body on the lap. Just pause. See if you can feel that movement of the fluid. I am being fluid. It feels so good just to allow things to be naturally moving the way they should. Good. All right. Now we're going to deepen our flow in a traditional Surya Namaskara A from a seated position. Hands come to heart center, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the first one nice and slow, folding down. Remembering that we slide the hands down toward the shins, ankles, or feet, right? Just feel that nice, deeper forward fold. And then with an in-breath, slide those fingers up halfway, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply. Good. Right hand to the floor in the center or maybe on a block if you need. Sweeping left arm out and open. Good. Lowering left hand down, switching, sweeping right hand out and up into the twist. And exhale, folding. Pushing down into both feet equally, sweep arms out to the sides, rise on up, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, we're gonna take that flow for at least 3 cycles, maybe more if you feel like you can benefit from more. Inhale up, exhale, fold, take your time. Halfway, lift and lengthen, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, twisting to the left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, twisting to the right. Exhale, fold. Push down equally, sweeping arms out and up. Exhale to the heart. Keep moving and flowing. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, twisting left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, twisting right. Exhale, fold. Reverse the swan dive. Arms come out and up. Maybe a back bend here. Hands to the heart. Keep moving. Rhythm and breath. Halfway. Twist left, breathe in. Good. Twist right, breathe in. Sweep arms out and up, you know the rhythm. Exhale to the heart. One more for good measure. You've got this. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Good. Be in the flow. Halfway lift. Fold. Twist left, inhale. Twist right, inhale. Both arms sweep out and up. Woo. Hands to the heart. Pause. Samastiti. Good. Feel the pulse points in the body. So good. Now rest the hands on the thighs and just heel toe, the feet out as wide as your mat. Right, let the toes come out. Right, and for a moment, see if you can bring your hands underneath the knees. Now, if you can't get there, right, if it feels challenging, you could actually put your blocks here, bring those legs up a little higher, and that might make it easier to get behind the knees. And I just want you to start with those fingertips there, gently circling behind the knees. Just getting a little delicate movement. It's the weight of the dime again. And then you can start kind of caressing the side of the leg, bringing it upright. You might even go as far as drawing it up the thighs toward the hips. So this little stroking motion. So although the weight of our legs are down on the floor, we are encouraging lymph to move upward and into the center and into the midline. You might even come to the inside of the legs and draw it up toward the groin. So it's amazing that this delicate movement encourages the movement of the lymphatic fluid. So fabulous. Good. All right, now bring those hands to the heart center. I'm going to move my feet off the blocks because I don't need them quite as high, so you might keep yours there or not. On an inhale, reach the arms up. On an exhale, lower that right arm down to that right leg and lean over. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbow, bring the hand to the back of the head. Lift the heart up, lifting the chest up, drawing the elbow maybe a little further back. And as you exhale, strong in the belly, we're going to contract, bringing that left elbow toward that right elbow. And then inhale, open. We're flowing here. And exhale, close. Let's take a few rounds, moving with your breath. Now, if you feel like you have a little more space, when you open that elbow up, you can straighten the right elbow, maybe sliding it down in between, right? Leaving it open or closed, right? Sometimes when I open here and I kind of press that inner thigh open a little bit, it just creates a little bit more space. So do it if it feels good. You could always use a block here inside the leg to hold on to, or, you know, bringing those like fist fingers down. So take what feels good to you. We're moving a few more cycles. Keep breathing as you open and contract and exhale as you close. Good. One more round. Open and close. Good. Next time you open, we're going to release that left arm up and slowly slide up. Good. Pause. Just see if you feel more spacious on the left than the right. It's crazy. When you really pay attention, can you feel the difference between the sides? Can you feel that this area, this movement in the lymphatic region, you can actually notice it. Right, good. All right, hands come to heart center. Same action on the other side. So if you want to block here on the inside of that left foot, you can place it there. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lowering that left forearm down and lean over to the left. Oh, good. Nice. Now we're slowly gonna bend that right arm, support the back of the head, find your form, right? Form before fluidity. So open, stable in the feet, stable in the core and the pelvic floor. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, we're rounding and contracting, squeezing right elbow toward left elbow crease. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. So I'm going to encourage you here to think about that smooth movement of the water flowing down the river, right? So that nothing here is choppy or edgy, right? Because you could easily be like, right? You could be aggressive in your movements, or you can be smooth. So I'm going to encourage smoothness here. A few more cycles. Maybe you're getting to the place where you open and you want to straighten the left arm and slide it down a little further if that's available. Making sure that that right sitting bone isn't rising up out of your seat. Keep it stable. Woo. One more cycle. Inhale up. Exhale, contract. And then when you bring it up next time, slowly release the hand from the back of the head and rise back to center. Woo, yeah. Now bringing the hands to the ribs, maybe even seeing if you can slide them up higher, 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 so they're practically underneath your armpits. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times. So imagine here that I took a balloon, right, and I blew up a balloon, and I put like maybe a small size balloon, and I put one underneath each of your armpits. Yeah. And then release the arms down and see if you can hold the space, right? So it's just like the balloon is there, but it's not there. Yeah, good. All right, now we're gonna step that right foot all the way out to the right. And we're gonna bring that left foot in the center, right? So find your form again. Good. We're going to start here for a moment, just see how it feels to be in a variation of warrior two. So those nice puffy armpits are going to keep you light and turn the chest plate toward that left leg. So turn the chest plate toward the left leg. The right leg is out to the right. So the right arm goes out over the right leg, the left arm out over the left leg. All right, so I should say the back of the chair. Now, if you wanted to, you could go into more of a traditional warrior two stance, which would bring this left leg further back, right? If you feel more comfortable there, you can do that, but I'm going to choose the modified version here for starters, all right? Now, look over the right middle finger, strong in the core, push down into the feet, right, so that you grow taller. Feel that upward rising motion, right? The fluidity coming up into the body. So it's rising from the groin, from the knees, coming into the midline. Good. Now turn that right palm up. Start to lean toward that right leg. Lean toward that right leg. Good. Big breath in. And then like you're painting a rainbow on the ceiling, sweep that right arm up. Lowering that left hand down, maybe it holds the seat of the chair. Good. And then coming back to center. Beautiful. Bending that right arm, leaning it over, and maybe left arm comes up and over. Good. So this is going to be our flow action here. So it's from a Parsvakonasana into a reverse warrior. So inhale up, warrior two. And reaching up, painting the rainbow on the ceiling, sliding down. Good. Inhaling center. Exhaling, leaning, maybe bicep over by ear. Good. Back up to center and reverse. All right. Coming back to neutral for a moment, I'm going to offer up that option, hands to the hips. You can keep this left leg where it is, or you can step this left leg back behind you into a more traditional, I'm going to move my blocks out of the way, more traditional warrior two position, right? So my leg is straight, my foot is flat. If that is not available for you, right, don't feel like you need to force yourself. Go with the natural flow of your body and keep the leg bent if you need it. All right. Arms out like wings. We're going to flow again from those two positions of a side angle pose and a reverse warrior. Turn that right palm up. Lean forward. Paint the rainbow on the ceiling. Oh, good. Coming back through warrior two. Bending that right arm. Leaning over. Oh, side angle pose. Inhale up. And reverse, center, and side angle pose. So taking your time, right? So I can see like that, like flow. Think about like how you move when you're in a swimming pool. There's no other way to move but smooth and fluidly when you're in a swimming pool, right? There's no edgy, sharp movements. Everything is flowing. I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. Good. One more time. Last rainbow here. Good. Coming back to center and hands to the hips. Softening that left knee, heel toe, heel toe. Bringing that right one back to the center and be here, hands at the heart, samastitihi, which means equal standing posture. Nice and tall, both feet grounded, palms pressing, heart rising, crown lifting, breath flowing freely. I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. Good. Hands come down to the lap, and then we take the same action on the opposite side. So stepping the left foot out, right? Remember that important message, form before fluidity. So take your time, finding your seat, finding that left leg pointing out to the left, right leg centered and pointing to the front of your space, and then turning the torso and the chest plate so that it's over the right leg, yeah? Arms out in opposition. Turn the head to look over the left middle finger. Good. Breathe. Now, turn the left palm to face upward. Take a nice inhale and start to lean to the left, like leaning over that left leg, right? Good. Now we're going to start to paint that rainbow. So nice and slowly, sweeping it up, leaning back, reversing the warrior, maybe holding onto the seat or the leg of the chair. Coming back through the center, bending that arm, lowering the forearm down, sweeping the arm up, maybe bicep by ear. Oh, space, side body. Good. Inhale back up. Rainbow and reverse. So I think you know the rhythm and the pattern here now. Move with your breath, remembering that every time you come in an upward direction, you breathe in. And when you go in a downward direction, you breathe out. I am a fluid being. So we're going to take a few more cycles like this. And if you choose in a moment or two, we can deepen the posture by bringing that right leg back. All right, so I'm going to shift here. Either stay or take that right leg and extend it back, adjusting yourself, straightening through the leg. All right. Good. Finding your form before you flow. Here we go. Same action. Left palm turns up. Lean forward. Oh, maybe there's more space. And reverse the warrior. Inhale and side angle pose. You guys look so good. It's like we're windmills coming through the center and back. Oh. Center and Parsvottanasana. Good. Keep breathing. So there is some real comfort in creating a pattern that's familiar, enabling us to go with the flow. Maybe 2 or 3 more rounds. Making sure that your breath is a priority. Good. Nice. And then last cycle here, last opportunity to paint that beautiful rainbow. Good. And then slowly, slowly coming back to the center. Woo. Hands to the hips, soften the right knee, heel toe, that foot in, heel toe, the left foot in. Good. Hands onto the lap. And turn the palms upward, close your eyes, heels underneath knees. Can you still feel that sort of sensation that there is a little blown up balloon underneath each one of your armpits? Good. Breath in and breath out. Nice. And then turning the palms to face downward, drawing the shoulders back and down, keeping good posture here. Sit up nice and tall, take a nice inhale. As you exhale, chin comes down to the chest, right? So just where we began, where we noticed the region of the neck and the collarbone, where the lymph nodes reside, or I should say some of the lymph nodes of the body reside. And then rocking your right ear towards your right shoulder, just stretching out that side of the neck a little bit. Right, if you wanted a little more, you could release the left hand down, reach it out on a diagonal toward the floor. Good, bringing the hand back to the lap and rolling the chin across the collarbone and over to the left ear toward left shoulder. Breathe. Feel the fluid flowing through your body, maybe releasing the right hand, reaching it down on an angle like a diagonal toward the floor, getting a little bit more of a stretch. Good. And then hand comes back to the lap, chin rolls back down to the chest. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, let the head relax back behind you. Opening that throat. Good. Drawing the shoulders back and down, maybe even a little squeeze of the shoulder blades. Nice. And then inhale, head back to center, arms down by your side. Release the hands to hold on to the seat of the chair, or you can keep those arms a little bit more active, reaching the fingertips down toward the floor. Choose what feels comfortable for you. I think I'm going to hold on to my chair for a little more stability. We're going to roll through the neck. Big inhale. Exhale, chin down to chest. Good. Inhale, right ear toward right shoulder. Slowly coming back behind you. Over to the left. And down. So we're flowing smoothly here. Take another cycle in that direction. When the chin comes back down again, we're going to switch sides, rolling to the left and back. You guys look so good. Rolling to the right and down. So a second round on that side. Make sure your breath is flowing freely. Good. When you come back to the center, lift the head up and then bringing the hands to the knees. We're just going to create a little bit more sweet, soft movement and flow. So I want you to bend the elbows and lean the body forward just enough that you can feel this angle of the spine, and then lean the whole body over to the left. Lean the body back, but just enough that you can still hold onto the knees. Lean the body right, and then forward. So I know we've done this before. We often call it barrel rolling, or sometimes people will call it a dancing lion. So I want you to think about these 4 points of forward, left, back, and right, but make it less linear and more smooth. So it's not edgy, right? There's no choppiness to it. That's why the barrel roll, if you think about what it would be like to be on the inside of a barrel, like no sharp edges or corners at all. It's all smooth so that it can flow with ease. When you are ready, switch the direction. So you have several beautiful rounds of slowly flowing in both directions. Go with the flow. Sounds like such a cliche, right? But I do think it's actually really empowering. Good. Start to make your circle a little smaller and a little smaller until eventually it's teeny, teeny, tiny. And you stop movement in the center and pause. Witness here now. I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. See if you can notice, like, in your stillness, there's all this action of fluidity moving inside you. We call this prana, right? Life force energy. When we do all of this flowing action and then we hold still, we can feel it. Sometimes it feels like tingly, like a little flush or rush of movement within the cells of your body. Yeah, so good. And if the eyes are still open, maybe you close them here and slowly hip walk yourself back into your chair. Maybe the feet need to walk back as well. And let the body relax back into the seat of the chair. Let the arms soften. Draw the hands perhaps a little closer to the hip crease. Turn the palms upward again. And can you imagine still there are those little balloons underneath the armpits. You don't need to put any muscular energy there, but I want you to feel like there's spaciousness there. Space around the collarbone, around the armpit, and the shoulder blade. Maybe as well, there are little balloons behind the knees. Perhaps in those areas, you can feel that tingling sensation. And then softening the shoulders, letting the muscles of the face relax here. Separate the teeth and let the jaw soften. Relaxing the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Letting the fingers curl. The fingers start to become weightless here. Softening each and every toe. Paying attention to the toes' connection to the mat or the floor beneath you. Maybe you could even imagine space in between the toes or in between the fingers. Bringing yourself to a natural rhythm of breath. The purpose of our lives is to give birth to the best which is within us. So when we give any project or any conversation or anything we do, we give it our best, we are working within our purpose. And so we're going to spend the next 2 minutes or so in this beautiful space of unity, connecting mind and body and spirit, united together with one and each other. And just witness your breath in its natural state. No need to control anything. Just bear witness here. As you continue to hold on to the stillness, notice your ability to be that fluid being, to be with what is. This moment in union. So, observing what you have cultivated for yourself with present awareness and connection, and the gift of moving and flowing. Allow your breath to be your means of reawakening the body. So when you are ready, take a nice, good breath in. And a nice breath out. Let's take another one just like that, inhaling through the nose. Maybe saying ah as you exhale. Your next exhalation, start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe circling your wrists or your ankles. And when you feel ready, you can sit away from the back of your chair, maybe walking your hips forward a little bit and reaching your arms up, maybe extending your legs forward, just taking a really nice morning stretch. Yes, it is still morning. Yeah, good. And then drawing the hands to the heart, bending the knees again, finding your seated posture here. Om Shanti, 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 He. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. May this practice always be a source of peace for each one of you. A place where you can move and breathe and stretch and strengthen and gather together, unite. There is always power in numbers. So I am grateful to each one of you for coming out to do this practice with me in support of me and yourselves and each other. There is such a gift there. I am a fluid being. I am being fluid. Wishing you a healthy lymphatic system, right? A healthy, happy, joyous Friday and weekend. Namaste. Mm. Mm. Mm.